I think we're live. It says live recording.
Live
Hang
recording.
On. We're live.
Are we live?
I believe so. I can't
don't
see any.
see us on YouTube.
Can't see the video on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see the one on YouTube.
Where are? It says we're streaming live on YouTube.
Is it giving you like a link at all?
Hang on a second.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh yeah, we're on live on YouTube.
On our
I
page?
can see us. Yeah, I can see us. If
there
anyone's
we
joining
go.
here,
There
though.
we go. There we go. Hey,
Right,
okay, I
where's
see us.
my-
Okay.
Quickly grab this link. To anyone who joins us now seeing this, then fair play. Let me grab it with this.
Yeah.
Right, hang on. Copy
doing
link.
what
There
I
we go.
can.
Oh God. Look,
Okay. Sending out this link. Okay.
yes, there we go. I believe we have. Oh, hello! We got someone here.
Hello.
We got Dan Z. Hello. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are we? Well.
Through the roof.
Oh wow, there's a lot to talk about. We will get to the conversation very shortly. We are just getting people on here. We've got 4 people on here so far. Thank you for joining us. Adam.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk now. Should we start?
Let's start talking about everything about the popcorn reaction here. My God, it was something.
We got another comment. Oh, sorry, Adam. We got another comment here as well. We got I'm K. Lee. We're eating good.
We are eating good. I don't know about you, but we're eating so good right now. So yes, out of 10, I don't know if it's excitement more than it is I'm shocked. Like both me and you have been reporting on this league for Life is Strange Aperture for a year at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, just about a year. And we're both just like, no, it's not real. Stop reacting to it. Oh, it's just a leak on Reddit. Somebody's just doing it, saying, oh, at Fuss. Oh my God, hi. Hello. Yeah, no, we were just like, don't believe this. It's not gonna be like this. And then when we saw it at the Xbox showcase, I threw my hat off. And I was just like, it can't be real. This is not real. This is a joke, right? Not to say that it's bad. It was just like we've said for a year at this point that it's not real, and here we are. It's a reality.
So let me, because like I was watching the showcase just in the background, and Adam had like we had watched I'm going to turn my focus on him again, getting notification left, right side. We were watching the showcase and I heard mixed tapes and I was like, Adam, is that Katie Benz? Because my head just flipped very quickly. Because like, that's Katie Benz's voice. And I was like, all right, cool. And I turned away and I was just doing something. Next minute I hear Hannah Telle's, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, by the way, as well, for anyone who listens to StrangeCast, we were talking about the other episode. One thing that I knew about this project or this game, whatever else, was that I knew that Hannah Telle was in Colorado. For a very brief period of time, I knew she was in Colorado, and people already knew that she'd like been working on something. She had like posted like photos where she was working in a booth, and they all disappeared from Instagram. I know that Hannah was in Colorado at one point. And when the leaks were happening, I said to Adam, I was like, do I say it or not? We were trying to get Hannah on here a couple of months ago, and she was keen to come on, and then she didn't come on, and I was like, you know, I hope she comes on. But and then I was like, no. She's like, responding to my first email. We just haven't got this time schedules in place. And then lo and behold, this happens, and I'm like, holy fucking! Obviously, like I'm ecstatically through the roof for her, if anything. But like I knew she was in Colorado, and I didn't want to say anything when we were covering it because I was like, if I say, oh, Hannah Telle is in Colorado, people are going to be like, oh, well, you know, this is like two and two together. So I kind of refrained from doing it because like I knew from the fact that she was in there for a while, very briefly as well, I think, from what I remember that she was there. But holy, oh my God, I'm like losing I can't like stop swearing. I've like literally, my head has like flipped in like so many different directions watching this. I will try and put a VOD up, by the way, guys, like a proper video on demand version afterwards. And my quality might not be coming through well, or I don't know. We haven't done the live stream before, but I had to jump on, and me and Adam were going to do the Lost Records journal, and literally like, oh, Adam, I can't believe it. Like I'm still.
While we all collect our thoughts, I want to read through the page on the Square Enix site about what their press conference is. By the way, to Danzy, maybe now it's announced that Hannah will come on. Hannah, it has been confirmed that Hannah Telle is voicing. Straight from Webb's mouth, Webb's tweets, saying that Hannah Telle is indeed the voice actress for this. So I hope we get perfect price field mode. That's the other thing. We haven't gotten a confirmation if Chloe is on here. So before we say anything else, I'm going to read through.
Adam, sorry, just before you read through those, let me just give a couple of responses that we got from here from people. So obviously, thank you so much to everyone joining. We've got 21 people on here, which is wild. So
time.
I've got I'm Kaylee J. Yeah, the leak sounds so fake, yet the trailer looks so pretty good. Yes. Matt Thornton, I was certainly not expecting this. My reaction was me screaming, yes, Max is back. Yep. Danzy, maybe it's new. Maybe it's announced Hannah will come back. Yeah, Hannah is coming back for this. DeVille, I hope we get price fuel moments. Maybe Chloe is visiting Steph or something, and Max will call her occasionally. We'll definitely dig into this. Hagler84, well, I'm excited for everyone here. Yeah, we're all excited as well. Yes. Matt Thornton, I propose that we push Deck 9 and Square Enix to release a physically special edition of the game. I was disappointed that True Colors didn't have one. Yes, we will cover that very shortly. Dan's again, my first impressions and thoughts was this could be an alternative timeline if Max hadn't left Seattle. It seems like something like, well, again, we'll get into this very quickly. First, one thing that bothers me, well, the whole idea of double exposure wasn't trying to save Chloe the demise of Arcade 8. We'll address that as well. We'll get into the kind of different things. And Yellow Flash has joined as well and says, this is absolutely insane. Hannah voice come up. I lost it. Yes, crazy. So Adam, let you continue, because obviously, guys, we'll be here for a little bit doing this. So we'll cover all the stuff as well. And there's been like loads of tweets and information. Adam's going to get onto this, so we'll roll that. You go, Adam.
So this is from Square Enix, games.com. This is the official Square Enix press conference, I guess you want to say. But it says, we are excited to reveal Life is Strange Double Exposure coming to Xbox Series X, PS5, and PC via Windows Store and Steam on October 9th. October 29th, 2024. So this year, also coming to Nintendo Switch with more details to follow. So probably Nintendo Switch will not be day and dates, but it is confirmed it will be on Switch. This brand new supernatural murder mystery adventure sees budding photographer Max Caulfield embroiled in a gripping thriller across two timelines. If you're a Life is Strange aficionado, you'll no doubt recognize the name. Max is a fan favorite protagonist of the original game. New players need not worry, though, because Life is Strange Double Exposure is a fully standalone experience that requires no knowledge of the prior games to enjoy. So that's interesting. We'll get to that in a second. You can get a tease of what is expected in the new trailer. Take a look here. What is Life is Strange Double Exposure about? Max Caulfield, now photographer in residence at the prestigious Caledon University, discovers her closest new friend, Safi, dead in the snow, murdered. To save her, Max tries to rewind time, a power she possesses but has not used in years. But instead of reversing events, it opens the way to parallel timeline where Safi is still alive and still in danger. Max realizes that the killer will strike again soon, but in both versions of reality. It's up to Max to shift between two parallel lines to solve and prevent the friend's murder. But with a relentless detective on her back, the killer growing closer with every clue uncovered, can Max survive long enough to do the impossible? Lastly, two last things here. When can you learn more? And this is the most important part for anybody watching this live. A tantalizing mystery. Yes. Or yes? Question mark. If you're eager to learn more, get your calendars ready, everybody. We'll be holding a special live stream on June 13th. That's this coming Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which, Adnan, you're in London, so that's 5 p.m. British Standard Time, 6 p.m. CET. And then finally, let's get right into this. How do you get Life is Strange Double Exposure? Life is Strange Double Exposure releases October 29th. 3 editions will be available. 3 editions.
Yeah.
Standard, Deluxe, Ultimate, with some awesome bonuses, including an additional outfit pack for Max, including some based on Final Fantasy VII. Best of all, by pre-ordering the Ultimate Edition, you can get advanced access to Chapter 1 and 2 2 weeks ahead of the release. 2 weeks ahead. There's also the Square Enix Store exclusive Collector's Edition, which I will be trying to purchasing. I will try to. That can be purchased separately alongside the whatever you can do. With a limited edition 12-inch vinyl soundtrack. I am a vinyl collector. I have 2 vinyls in the mail, one from Jusant and one from Oxenfree 2. So I am a avid vinyl collector. And it's a perfect bonus for every fan. Here's what's available. And then you can look for yourself. We can go over what's included in everything. But first off, so I just read all that. What are your thoughts?
Oh my god. I don't know what to say. My head is like spinning in 400 different directions. Like, this is crazy. Like, the name in itself.
Like me watching me eat popcorn. Is this nice for you all?
You got an audience for it as well. like double exposure. So like the name as well. So like we had the Aperture rumor, which we like ridiculously mocked for a while, me and Adam. And I've got like a lot of feelings about it, because even with the allegations that hit Deck Nine and Square Enix and the direction you go with the series, bringing Max back, there's like so many things that to talk about here. But with like the title of the name, Double Exposure, it's like, yeah, it seems to, I think maybe Aperture was like the early name.
I was about to say, which one do you like better, Aperture or Double Exposure? I like Aperture better.
Really?
I do. Double Exposure seems weird. Yeah.
I was actually gonna say double exposure. I just think it's like it kind of just like rolls off the tongue a little bit easier compared to Aperture, but it's Life is Strange : Aperture. I think Life is Strange Double Exposure seems to roll off the tongue a little bit easier.
Yes.
So like, yeah, it was just that I kind of like, you know, the name is quite crazy. Just like, I don't know what to say here. I'm like so lost for words. Usually I take my time to process things before I jump on a live stream, but like this has come out here. And I was saying to Adam when we were preparing this episode.
By the way, Fuss makes a good point, saying, is there any info about the game's release date, if it will be episodic?
Probably chapter based, like True Colors, I assume.
Yeah, it says Chapter 1 and 2 2 weeks ahead. So that means that maybe 3, 4, 5, or maybe it will all be collective, and then you just get chapters 1 and 2, but you don't get the full game. So it's probably not going to be episodic. It's just you're going to get part of the game 2 weeks early.
Yeah. I it's crazy because this comes out in the same window as Lost Records Bloom and Rage, and that is 2-part episodic. As if my schedule wasn't busy enough. You're bringing out Lost Records Bloom and Rage and Life is Strange.
We
it's
don't
like that.
Know if Bloom and Rage will be out October. We don't know the release date yet, do we?
Well, it's a 2-parter though, and they're going to split it a month apart. So it's going to give it a rooming space. Where else are you going to put it? It's going to have to be like September, October. Imagine if it comes out near the October. Oh my,
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen here. Anyway, back on the point of the actual name. I don't mind the name, if anything. I have reservations about, like, obviously. It's great hearing Max. It's great seeing Hannah Telle in the voice. Max looks a little bit... I thought the design is quite interesting because, like, when I did the interview with Emma Vicelli, who was a comic book writer on Life is Strange, the original volumes that we had, she would basically said, like, when they were designing it with Claudia Leonardi, it's like you needed Max to look identifiable. So even when Max was a little bit older, she looked quite identifiable because it's only a couple of years older there. And she had, like, very identifiable traits, if anything. This Max was a little bit like, I think some people have said, like, Max they couldn't tell if it was Max, and obviously like it seems to be obviously it's the Deck Nine engine they're using that probably Unreal if anything, and then also like the graphics look very similar to True Colors again, which would make sense with with the visuals of it. I do wonder if Hannah Telle's done motion capture for this though, because it looks like it might be done performance capture, and Hannah's voice has been done separately. So Hannah Telle might not be the build for Max Caulfield as an adult. So that's one of the things you learn in motion capture. People have to be specific builds for certain people. So Max Caulfield might actually be two people here. It might be someone doing the performance capture, and then they might have just completely redone the lines with Max as Hannah, because that would make sense with it.
I looked up Hannah Telle's Twitter. Nothing from her just yet. And I'm looking up now.
I'm keeping the eye on the Instagram. That's the main one for Hannah, where it's going to come in. I was kind of like surprised with how the trailer went out. I was like, when it came out and I was watching it. Oh.
Life is Strange Twitter has announced that pre-orders are done tomorrow. So tomorrow, pre-orders are going to be live.
They are rolling this out with like
I know,
unbelievable. It's like here's the trailer here at the Xbox showcase. So it could have been like we're not doing what we did last time. It's like here's the release date in October.
Yeah.
And it's like, and pre-orders are happening, and then this is happening. And it's like, it's so quick how fast they've thrown this apart, like into it. It's like, obviously we had I think when we recorded StrangeCast last time, we were talking about like, we haven't seen anything hinted on the Twitter feed, and they were doing all those cosplay competitions recently, and everyone's like, it's going to end on Saturday and it leads into Sunday. So I was like, that's what we expect from it. But oh my God,
people in the chat are talking about the beanie, including, hi, Commander Nikki, a friend of mine here. What's up, Commander Nikki? And says it's probably the beanie that Steph is her. DeVille says the beanies definitely doesn't help. Yeah, like that's the thing. It's like they're putting the beanie on, and this is a Deck Nine property, and Deck Nine was the one that created Steph.
They love
know
beanies.
What they're doing. Yeah.
They love beanies.
They love beanies. Oh my God, that's
so let me
funny.
Just Sunday's in here. Do you read Sunday's coming out?
Sunday. Square Enix has more info about the game. It's going to be it's going to be chapters with the Ultimate Edition letting you play the first 2 chapters 2 weeks early. That's what I think. It's going to be exactly like True Colors.
True Colors, yeah.
Yeah, which, this is Deck 9. They did Before the Storm episodically, didn't they? They did. Yes.
Yes, it was 3 episodes.
Yeah, there were 3 episodes. They were done episodically, and I think after that they just said no more. Well, no, I'm sorry. They did do the episodic game just recently with The Expanse. So they did episodic with The Expanse as well. But they're probably keeping it. It's probably Square's call.
Of course.
Can I just say, man, oh man, Square, are you my Lord and Savior, Square Enix?
You ain't getting anything, mate. Once you're affiliated with me, you're getting nothing.
Square, if you're watching this live, I want the vinyl at least, please. I will shout you from the rooftops. Square is the best company of all time.
The only way you're getting anything, the only thing you're getting from Square is if you denounce me. They might actually show a bit of favoritism.
Okay. Adnan sucks. I live in America. We're disconnected from England.
I'm genuinely stunned. Like, there's so much to talk about here. Because even, for example, like for me, early thoughts, if anything, like the big dynamic shift is that Chloe's not there, and Ashley Birch is spending money. Like, it ain't gonna be cheap to get Ashley Birch back in the studio. Like in a non-joking way. But like, the dynamics change. So Safi, I think that's gonna be such a big role for whoever takes it on, because to actually make some kind of like feasible chemistry between Safi and Max is going to be a big mission, if anything, compared to what we had with Max and Chloe. I wouldn't be surprised if Chloe comes back at some kind of capacity, like makes some flashback visions or something. It wouldn't. It seems to be like something that would fit into that game. I would want it to be Ashley Birch. I would not want it to be Rihanna DeVries in the sense that
Danzy has said Michelle has responded to a few posts on Twitter about the game. He seems excited to see what they're going to do with it. So over on Twitter, which I'm sure Adnan will go over. Yes, I think Chloe and Commander Nikki says I have some thoughts about the canon implications. That's also a good question to have as well. But yes, everybody who's in the chat, go ahead.
I've got some Michelle tweets here.
We're just going. We're all a group here right now. We're all reacting as a family
together.
Weirdos.
So Michelle has responded to Felicia Khan, who's the narrative narrative director at Deck Nine. He said, "Congratulations for the announcement. Really excited about it. Can't wait to see what story you've crafted for our beloved Max." And then she responded saying, "Thank you so much, Michelle. And likewise, we talk about Lost Records twice a day." And then Michelle has also responded here saying to a comment. I can't see the comment, but it says, "I admit I had a hard time to recognize her, but I was so happy to hear her voice. She still looks cool though."
Wait, that was Michelle's tweet.
Yes.
Oh,
I can't see the user's comment who it is, but it says, I had a hard time to recognize her, but I was so happy to hear her voice. She still looks cool though."
And that's all due to like art direction. Like every artist has their different take on what a character might look like, and plus they're trying to age Max as well. So not only do you have a different art director, but you also have that like, I need to age this person. So
I think they could have like personally made her more identifiable, if anything, like her design wise, if anything. It seems like there's just like she looked quite different, like is one way of saying it. But I think there was certain things they could have probably added to her just to make her look a little bit more identifiable, which will be a hard part of the marketing because you do need to sell it to Max because she's an adult. But it's like, the big thing is that Hannah Telle is back, and it seems to be like I would like to say this is probably the swan song for Max. If anything, I would be surprised if there's any more Life is Strange games with Max. If anything, it seems like a 10-year. It's interesting that it's released before the 10-year anniversary. That's quite surprising.
That's true.
Because obviously it comes out
10-year.
Yeah, because January next year will mark 10 years since Life is Strange was out, and Max is here. Max is coming out in October this year. I'm just quickly double checking as well, see if Hannah Telle has said anything because we can get that in here.
And while you do that, Matt Thornton has to say, "I think Chloe will either make an appearance or get a mention." Like what Adnan was saying, I agree. Ultimately with Adnan that
everyone does.
Yeah, well, yeah. Unfortunately, Ashley Birch is way too expensive and way too busy. Doesn't mean that they can't get Rihanna DeVries back to reprise her role as Chloe. And that's still like that. Deck Nine has the relationship with Rihanna DeVries. Will she either get a mention or a cameo? We don't know, but like what Commander Nikki was saying, this is going into kind of canon implications. Like whatever happens, wherever, if Chloe's not there at all, not even mentioned, I think that's the best route because it's kind of like Schrodinger's cat. Chloe is both alive and dead if you don't mention her, meaning that both canon endings are still canon. But I think the best move for Deck Nine is to just not mention Chloe at all, to not mess with people's endings.
It's like, for me, I think she'll come back in flashbacks or some kind of like dream appearances. That's how I think Chloe will be interwoven within the story. You need Ashley Birch, Chloe Price then.
Sorry, also Sunday pointed out that October is the storm month. That October is actually when the first Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Good point.
There you go.
Yes.
That's why we have Sunday here. Sunday listens to StrangeCast. Thank you for that input. Yes. I think the thing is, though, if you're going to do the Chloe Price dynamic, it has to be Ashley Birch. Like, we talked about this on previous StrangeCast episodes. I loved Rihanna DeVries, and I love Rihanna DeVries' Chloe Price in Before the Storm, but I don't think that works as well with Hannah Telle, Max Caulfield, because that Chloe Price is very different from the one that we obviously know from the first Life is Strange. But I do wonder like what the reasoning is for this as well. Like maybe it's even like we have like our last roll of the dice at Life is Strange. Let's make a Max story, because like there's some questions to be asked about going this direction. We were talking about it for ages, Adam. It's like True Colors showed all these shades of like Life is Strange 1, had all those vibes, and I was like, maybe they're going to give Deck Nine the full direction of going their own story. And it's like then they bring Max back, which is Max is a property of Don't Nod, like in terms of the characters. That character is central to the Don't Nod game. That is Christian Devine, Jean-Luc, Raoul, Michelle, Luke, all these Don't Nod people brought her to life. Yes. And it's like, you're giving someone else the job to do that. And I would, if someone said to me, like, you run a Life is Strange channel, Max, come and work on this game, like, write Max for me, I'll be like, not a chance in hell am I going anywhere near it, because it's
so
like
much pressure on that, because
oh my god,
waiting for 10 years.
And it's not Don't Nod. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not Don't Nod that's doing it. So it's like, again, it's like that is the expectation. It's like
that's the
all
other thing.
eyes.
if Don't Nod was doing it, but Michelle and Luke and Raul were not part of it, at least it's still in Don't Nod's realm. But now it's in Square's realm, and
Yeah.
that's the sad part. Speaking of sad part, Fuss saying sadly, I agree with Adam. No one is sad when they agree with me. Everybody's happy and joyous. I am the king of all opinions. Yeah. So I definitely have to like go through chat because again, we're all reacting to this all at the same time.
And thank you to everyone joining us, by the way. 43 people
Thank
on here, which
you.
is wild. Thank you so
Yes.
much for that.
Can we get some F's in the chat for no Chloe because no Chloe's not. So Sunday also pointed out that Rihanna DeVries is perfect as a young Chloe. Also keep this
Agreed.
in mind, Sunday, that yes, I agree, but also it's been 2017 to now. It's been 7 years, and Rihanna DeVries has also aged as well.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time where we get Kylie Brown on the show. And when you first interviewed Kylie Brown, she was 19, I believe.
19 years old, yeah. She was
19, and now
old.
she's 25.
Yeah.
So 25, 26. So she has also gotten older. Like she's now a different person. Rihanna DeVries might be. Why are you booing me? I swear to God.
That comment is on every StrangeCast episode. I don't know who writes it,
why
but
are you
like,
doing
know.
that?
It's gonna be comment of the day in the next episode.
By the way, it still stands. If anybody here is working for Square and they want to send me a free vinyl, I'm totally open to it. Whatever you want to do.
You have blown
me to do.
the minute you signed up to this channel, you blew any opportunity for Square Enix to give you anything. Like even I'm like sitting here thinking like, will I be able to get Hannah Telle back on here one day? You know, fingers crossed. Hopefully, it's been a while since I've spoken to her. I wish I had it on her. But like, you know, it's just like I you know what, that was the thing though for me when I said it to you. I was like, I knew that Hannah was in Colorado. And I said to Adam, I was like, do I say it on the podcast? Do I say it? I was like, this is gonna flare up the ammunition if I say it. So I was like,
no, Dan,
no,
you can't have the vinyl. Danzy's like, no, don't give Adam the vinyl. No, give me the vinyl.
I think they should take your Jusant one as well, Wasser. I agree with them.
No!
Take his Jusant album completely.
It hasn't shipped yet, by the way. It's still in France. The Jusant.
See, look there, Hagula. Why y'all boo me? I'm right, Adam. Maybe. Spot on there. Spot on that. Adam, let's just let's like I'm still hype. Let's get to the trailer. What did you make of the trailer? Because obviously we were both watching it. My head spun. I fell out of my chair. I had like 3 people DMing me. I had Clark's, who's one of our listeners, saying like emergency podcast episode. I'm screaming at Adam. We're setting the live stream up, like doing the thumbnail, and I'm like, I don't know what my
Clark was sending you tweets yesterday about like, oh, you should do a StrangeCast, and even you're like, no, Life is Strange, not at all. It's not gonna be. Even on our last episode, we were talking about how Lost Records is gonna get more reveals, and we're not even gonna get anything about Life is Strange, and here we are, no Lost Records. So when I first saw this trailer, all I said, I was yelling. I was like, oh my God, it was real. It was real because for a year, Adnan. By the way, anybody in chat, say if you're a StrangeCast listener. Yeah.
Big shout out to I don't actually know their name. Let me have a quick look at this. Hang on. Actually, continue. I'll shout out. I'll do this in a second.
Yeah. Square Enix told me we have to wait to see when I asked if we chose Bay or Bay. Yeah, but here's the thing. The only thing I care if Square Enix says is if they're sending me a vinyl or not.
So
free.
Jonathan Storder, who's a game director at Deck Nine, just tweeted the link. Thank you so much. That's really nice of you. To retweet our link to this stream, which is quite cool. But yeah, continue. Sorry, that was what I was going to say to you. I was just browsing to see who's who.
So that's the thing, because we've been saying for a year, because the concept sounded so ridiculous. Not in a way of like it's going to be a bad game, but we're just like, that is so like that
left field.
So left field. That's exactly what you can go back to StrangeCast, by the way. Again, I want to see if anybody here is like an active StrangeCast listener. And can,
before I delete the episodes, by the way, because I don't want to be ridiculed for our terrible predictions.
But that's the thing. Like, anybody who's a StrangeCast listener, I hope we didn't come across as somebody who've been hating on the leaked Aperture. We were just more of like, this is so left field that like, why would this be like anything having to do with Life is Strange? Because again, Max, who's older, and Max originally the leak said she was going to be a professor.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything. We did have something about timelines. I do remember that. But
Hmm.
she finds her students that was killed in the snow.
Yeah.
And we're just like, why would we have that? It just sounds so bizarre. And
Yeah.
then again, when I saw the trailer, I just threw my hat off. Like I literally threw my hat at the TV. I was like, I can't believe it's real. It was real.
Yeah.
And we were just watching it.
We were talking from like the standpoint of like when we were talking about that and when we were referring to it, we were talking about like business wise and also like direction wise. Because obviously Max is the cash cow. Like Max is going to be the one that draws people in. Everyone loves Max. You know, she's like the flagship like mascot of the series. But it was like the direction Square Enix was going with the game, and like with True Colors, it seemed like because obviously Don't Nod was detached from the series going forward, we're going to give Deck Nine our own ammunition. We had this entire True Colors game, which only had one real reoccurring character from the original Life is Strange. You obviously had Chloe Price and Max, Rachel Amber, and like a couple of audio clips, but real essence of like a Life is Strange game from Deck Nine, and it felt like we weren't going to go that direction with like giving Deck Nine, Don't Nod properties to Deck Nine. So when we got this rumor, it was so left field. It felt like sometimes it's hard to read where fan fiction ends and starts. And I was like, it seems a little bit out there compared to other stuff. I know other people said it in our comments where they're like, Captain Spirit sounded something completely out there, and the same with Life is Strange too. But this felt really out there compared to where we were at, and especially because it wasn't Don't Nod. I thought Don't Nod would only do a deck night, do a game with Life is Strange characters like Max and those ones. That's why I was a bit shook by it. But yeah, we got this, and the trailer like blew my
So
mind, and I was like going crazy.
Jace has asked, where is this new Life is Strange set? Do we have any idea? The only thing we know of from the Square Enix site, it's that set in Caledon University, and we don't know. I don't think that's a real university.
No,
No college is a real university. I just want to put that out there.
we
But
we got a Sunday comment as well. Where is it now? There, I lost the comment. Oh, where's the comment gone? Oh, I lost Sunday's comment. At least we can confirm someone hella broke their NDA. Lol. Yeah, they
I
probably
saw
like
that
hid
hella
somewhere.
yeah.
They must have like I don't know how
So
they've been shown that.
so there is a Caledonian University in Glasgow, Scotland, in your neck of the woods. Oh,
Yay!
hey, bloody hell! Where's my blood sausages and blood pudding
Do we
and
really need to
haggis?
do that, Adam?
Uh,
So let me just run you through a couple of things because we've got a lot of people here as well. So let me just run a couple of responses that we got from the chat. So I'm gonna go to and just tell me
Commander
if I've
Nikki
got
says
like
that looked like Blackwell, though. Unfortunately, no, it's
no.
not Blackwell. It is confirmed from Square Enix, Caledon.
I I have a theory actually with that as well. I think that they've kind of done that to avoid the flack that they got with Before the Storm.
Yes.
Adam. So obviously, like if we take, because obviously it's in the sense that we know that the ending that they try to go with,
Yeah.
it seems like that. But I think they've also done that on purpose, that they've moved away from Arcadia Bay and Blackwell on purpose, because then you don't have to bring back all these older characters from the other series. Avoid kind of getting new voice actors, the same voice actors. Obviously, bring back Diane Houghton, bring back Kate Marsh. That's
Yes.
who we need to see.
Yes.
Max Caulfield, Diane Houghton. Get Day in there. Unless Day's actually in the game, then congratulations, Day, you are in the game. But like that's what we need. But anyway, my theory with that was that you basically avoid like repeating what we did with Before Storm, where you have like voice actors might not reprise their roles. It might be rewriting all these characters. We might get a couple again. We never know. Nathan Prescott might drive up to where she's at and be
Yes, because
like, "I'm a
Nathan
changed
Prescott
man, Max."
is in a Deck Nine game. So we have to imagine anybody who's been in a Deck Nine game that also is in Life is Strange: The Don't Nod series. It is possible that we can get, except for Rachel Amber. Rachel Amber will not be in this,
Yeah.
unless in a timeline. In the timeline. So we're gonna call up Kylie Brown at the moment. We got her on a speakerphone. Kylie, is this
Nope.
you? No.
Do not be trying to promote. She's see. Look, we
No.
got Jace there. Bring back Kate. Hashtag spot on that.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I like that Matt Thornton, Mr. Jefferson appearing in Max's nightmares.
Oh, dude. Commander Nikki also says, Adam, do I get late points for saying a new Life is Strange game set in Europe way back on Games and Groceries? You will get the points if it is in Glasgow, Scotland. So there you go. I don't
So
think Where do you think it is set, by the way? Where do you think it will be set?
Well, you're really challenging my American geography
Yeah.
here.
No,
So
go ahead. You said that, like, by the way, we for Lost Records, he said, "Oh, it's in Michigan. Michigan's not that far from Pennsylvania, brother."
it is like three. It was like 2 states away, like connected dots thing. It was
Yeah,
like
but
pretty
like the
like
size of America
Oh
is
yeah,
insane.
exactly though. Like you can literally, I think it's like 10 hour drive for you in some places. It's like less than 10 hours to drive from the bottom of the UK to the top of the UK.
I
It's like
looked
that's
up Dublin, Ireland to London is the same distance between Pennsylvania and Ohio, like
so.
end to end.
Adam, just one thing I want to address here. So, like Fuzz has put here, so I'm worried about Deck Nine and their past blunders. Part of BTS and True Colors felt very flat. So, I think this is my theory where I said to you that I think we're moving away some of the characters from Arcadia Bay, so we won't see them. So, it's like the main focus is on Max. My personally speaking, Hannah Telle will carry this game. For me personally, Hannah Telle will carry this game. This could be
Yes, absolutely.
the redemption arc. Not that she needs it, but this could be the redemption arc, last dance moment, Michael Jordan style for Hannah Telle, where it's like she comes back, she delivers a like BAFTA winning performance. She carries Life is Strange at this point because a lot of this is on where we go with it. Because you're right. True Colors did feel flat because it felt like quite a bit of a clone of what's it called of Life is Strange 1. And Deck Nine are creative at certain storytelling. I'll say that. Me and Adam have spoken about it before. Adam has repeatedly said like we'd love to see Deck Nine make its own game because aside from the allegations that's happened to the studio, we know a lot of people there. They're really lovely people. Like Webb Pickersgill is like one of the most incredible people I've ever met. He was so helpful in like getting some of the interviews when I needed them on the channel. Like, you know, I wouldn't have spoken to Erica Mori had it not been for Webb and vouching for me. So I owe Webb a debt in that sense. But it's like they're really talented, some of these developers. It's like, but there's so much. My two takeaways immediately from that trailer was Hannah Telle will deliver probably the performance of her life because this is like a 9 year in the making performance of redeeming yourself of a character, reprising, sorry, a character and delivering a knockout kind of performance. And then on top of that, Safi will have to, the actor who plays Safi, I would not want to be in your shoes because you are basically taking the role of Chloe Price, and then you have a fandom which really relies on Chloe Price.
Yes.
And how going to step up for that role? Because then, you know, we are completely Max and Chloe. Can it ever be Max and Safi? And that's like the big question I have for that actor. Like they will have to deliver a performance for lifetime to really change the narrative on this game, if anything. So those are just.
I want to get into three theories about where it's set, right?
Oh.
So Matt Thornton has to say Alaska, okay? And then we have I'm Not a Cat says Colorado, which would dive into Deck Nine's pattern being Colorado. And then finally Jace has to say, Jace says the people are not depressed enough to be in Scotland. So you have to confirm if that's right or not.
Well, no comment. And I'm not getting attacked by the UK people. Oh, but sorry, I forgot. I didn't even address where it's going to be set. So Arcadia Bay, Oregon. Where will that be in the map? Oregon.
That's on the West Coast, way west.
The
coast.
West Coast. So
Northwest.
that's west. Maybe like Alaska would be interesting, actually. Maybe like Washington.
Alaska is where Tell Me Why is set.
Yeah, but it's not. It's Deck Nine, isn't it? It's like I wonder if I wouldn't maybe like Washington. I could see Max going to Washington. Miss Caulfield goes to Washington.
Because Max came from Seattle, so Seattle is above Oregon, and then it's
right,
and then it's that. So she can go, but the snow definitely hits in
North
Seattle.
Dakota.
North Dakota. We're going back in North Dakota.
That's where my essence of snow comes from. You send me snow pictures.
Yeah, dude. Oh, we didn't get much snow this winter, so it couldn't have been set this past winter. But yeah, no, but that's the other thing. We know it's in the snow, so we definitely know it's a place where that gets snow, that much snow anyway. So I'm gonna still guess we're still in the in that area, Oregon, Seattle area. I don't think we're gonna go East Coast. I don't think she's gonna be in upstate New York. It might be Maine, maybe, but Colorado is a good guess because Colorado gets the snow. Deck Nine loves Colorado. They like to promote Colorado. So I wouldn't be shocked if Caledon University is in Colorado. That's my theory.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I was just reading Jace's comment as well
Go
and what
for
you're
it.
saying. And I didn't realize Oregon and Washington was literally right next to each other.
Yeah, they're right
Right.
above each other. Yeah.
Okay. Montana, North Dakota. She's got to be somewhere snowy. Minnesota. I do like the look of Minnesota, even though I've never been there or
It
like
didn't
know
really
much
give me
about Minnesota.
Minnesota's my neighboring state. It didn't really give me Minnesota vibes. I mean, it could, but it's just the mountainous areas that really got to me.
Right, Adam,
So,
I'm gonna let you take control of this chat quickly. I'm just
yes.
gonna go and feed my cat, guys, because he's just like going ballistic at the minute. So, Adam, please
Oh
take over
boy.
and drive
Everybody
this.
gets a little treat of Adam. Here we go. Pray for you all. So, okay, so before Adnan gets back, just want to say, firstly, thank you all who have been here. You guys are great for even joining us here. I just want to go through some of the chat here, what your guys are saying. Yes, so let's start here, Danzy. I love the idea that Alex Chen could pop up. That's true, Danzy. Alex Chen definitely could pop up because it is Deck Nine property. I don't think that's likely, but it's possible. Hagular. Wild prediction. This universe is one where Chloe was shot and the storm happened. And the storm happened. I'm gonna say this, Hagular. That is the wildest take I've ever heard. It's also possible, but God, that is a wild take. Um, let's see here. So I love the idea of Jefferson constantly narrating in Max's head, like Joker and Batman and Arkham Knight. Ooh, that's by EC03. Shout out to Easty. Why are people leaving? It's just me. Come on now. Don't leave now.
I'm back to save the stream.
Bro, the people are leaving
By the way,
after you left.
I I'll tell you one thing as well. Alex Chen, Steph Gingrich will appear in this game.
You think so?
They're gonna take the True Colors ending where they both leave the town. 100% will
Yeah.
pass by.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say it here. Put my limb out here on it.
Commander Nikki says, "Ooh, what if all the main characters meet, including the Diaz brothers?"
They don't count the Diaz brothers, Square Enix. Remember that.
Yeah, it all comes out.
They don't talk about the. Hell will freeze over before we see Sean Diaz again. I'm saying that right now. You can count that out there. You can clip this if you need to in the future.
Mind Your Own Business says, "Hi, everybody. Hello, Mind Your Own Business. Why don't you mind your own business?" No, that's so mean. I'm sorry. Please stay. So somebody pointed out, I do want to give this game a shout out in the chat here. I believe whoever said this, please please credit yourself here because there's so much in the chat right now. But the game Mixtapes came out and gave them Life is Strange vibes, and both me and Adnan very much agree to that. That we both think Katie Bence is voicing the main character in.
Oh, I've heard that voice.
Yeah. So that's just a little shout out. So go check out the trailer for Mixtape, and that is definitely Katie Bence, but it is from the same developer as The Artful Escape. Danzy said it. I'm pretty sure Danzy said it. So yeah, no, Mixtape looks fire. I can't wait for that to release. I think they said 2025. So unfortunately there. But yeah, this game is actually coming out this year, Life is Strange. That's insane.
They're so crazy. So let's go on to the trailer, Adam, because I can't actually remember much of the trailer. But what did you think when you watched it? Because like I was like freaking out for like about 5 minutes. My DMs were going off the roof. People were tweeting. I was messaging you. You were like, "Holy shit!" And I'm like trying to watch it. And at the same time, I'm freaking out because I can hear Hannah Telle's voice immediately. And I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "I can't believe this." But what did you make of the trailer in general?
So I'm watching it right now. And I remember thinking, like, Square Enix, I seen that, and then I hear, but 2 nights ago, and I remember hearing Hannah Telle's voice, and then I see the Deck Nine logo. I'm like, there's no way. Like, what went through my head, just as somebody who has been on this show, it sucks that I've been on this show. Like, we've been reporting on Life is Strange Aperture because all I kept looking for was that leaks detail of Aperture. I couldn't enjoy it as a Life is Strange fan. I couldn't enjoy it because all I kept seeing was like, oh my god, that leak was real. But as somebody who is a Life is Strange fan, it is weird for me because I can't I can't separate myself as a StrangeCast co-host and a Life is Strange fan right now
Yeah.
because I can't tell if I like this direction or not. I
Yeah, I
can't
agree with
tell
you.
because for one thing, I don't think I'm enjoying it because I knew about this league. But on the other hand, I do kind of enjoy it that there's a parallel universe to this. At least we're bringing back Max in a fresh kind of way.
Yeah.
So I do enjoy that. Um, the art direction behind Max, I'm not going to blame because again, I'm defending that every artist has their own separate design. There's nothing right or wrong about it. It is just what it is. Um, and they're aging him. So like there's nothing you can really do about Max's design. But
Yeah.
what I can say about the story is that I'm interested. That's all I can
Yeah.
really say about it. I'm not hyped. I'm not upset. I'm just interested and I need to know more.
Yeah.
For those who are just joining us, we did get it confirmed from Square Enix that there will be a live stream event June 13th, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're just joining us, put that on calendar. June 13th, this Thursday, 9
Yeah.
9 a.m., right? No. Let me just confirm that for everybody real quick.
You double
Sorry.
checking.
Yeah, let me just
I'm
double
just
check on
rewatching the trailer as well.
9 a.m. 9 a.m. Pacific time. So that's 5 p.m. British time. And if we're on the East Coast, that is a time. So, but with that, so you can like do your whole math thing about wherever you live. But yeah, so we'll get to know more on Thursday.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Hannah Telle appears as well in
Can
some
you
kind of
translate that
capacity.
for Europe for Commander Nikki who lives in Germany? I don't know your time zone. It's
It honestly
do your
wouldn't
own
surprise me
math.
if it wouldn't surprise me if we see Hannah Telle there on the stream or something. Because she still hasn't tweeted or like Instagrammed or something, so it wouldn't surprise. I imagine she'll put something out soon or something like that. But it wouldn't surprise me if she's on the stream in some capacity, in some way, shape, or form.
So yes, what is your take on everything?
Yeah, so it looks like, because obviously it looks like True Colors in the sense that they're using the same visual art style. That's the one thing that strikes me. It looks like performance capture. It looks like what we saw with True Colors. And then the actual trailer in itself, it's just a very like I don't know how where we go with this at the minute, because obviously I'm very excited. Max, I love Hannah Telle, but is this the last throw of the dice for Life is Strange? Is this the last chance, like, opportunity to capture,
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
ooh,
No. What
all
you
right.
were saying? I'm like, ooh, is this a last? As Adnan is talking, I want the chat to discuss amongst yourselves. Is this the last throw? But continue.
Like, but it's just like, because obviously, like, they have gone back to Max, and it makes sense because people be like, we're adults as well because we followed Max for 9 years, we've grown up, and it's like the series has kind of like struggled to find an identity without Max. Personally speaking, like, without Max being at the helm of it, it has been very difficult for the series to establish some kind of canon, some kind of like a continuity, people to be excited, people wanting to stay with things. You saw the mixed reception with True Colors. It was a good game, it was an enjoyable game, but people say it felt flat.
Mm,
Fair enough. That's a decent comment to make. But then I watched this trailer and I'm like, you
mm,
know, if this doesn't hit the vibe that people want, then Deck Nine will take the flak for it. Square Enix will escape unscathed, as has happened in history. And I think that's a little bit like, a bit unfair on Deck Nine, because like Deck Nine now has the biggest expectations in the world. I'll say this now:
yes.
they have the biggest expectations set on their shoulders in the world, because you are now dealing again with. And I'll say it again because I've spoken about it before. This was the character created by Jean-Luc, Christian Devine, Michel Coe, Raoul Barbet, Luc Bargaros. All these people from Don't Nod gave her life. She is, by essence, created as a Don't Nod character. The property, the license is all to Square Enix, but she is their character. And it's like, can you really replicate that character? Can you have the voice actor,
Yeah.
which is the big plus? Because I think if Max Caulfield wasn't voiced by Hannah Telle, I'd be like, oh my god, I'm like, what has happened here? I'd be like, that
So
is already a tough sell.
there's two things. One thing I
Oh,
want to bring to chat, and then one thing I want to bring to you. That's from chat. Anybody in chat can. So the first thing. Can anybody in chat refill my popcorn for me? Can you like get up and grab me more popcorn? I would like more popcorn. So you can say in the chat if you can come to my house and knock on the door. My wife will answer and say, I'm getting Adam more popcorn. So go ahead if anybody can do that. So number 2, this is from chat to Adnan. Everybody, mind your own business
We're in
saying, no,
trouble.
sir. How could you? How could you? Not a real fan. Anyways, so everybody's like disagreeing if Chloe will be in the game or not. Everybody's like saying, I don't sure if you pay for my plane ticket. But yeah, Chloe in the chat, everybody's kind of like up in arms, like saying like, no, don't put Chloe, or they won't accept not having Chloe. What's your take on that?
Yeah,
Looking at the
that's
play right now.
that's
Thank you, Fuss. Let's go, baby.
that's like having Sean Diaz without Daniel Diaz. Like I think it's just hard. 1 second, hold on.
Yes. While I eat this last popcorn. Yes.
Sorry, apologies. My cat is very old. He howls. He like wants food. So like bear with him if you hear him in the
As do
background.
I. I'm the cat
Well, yeah,
right now.
with your
Jingle,
pop. No,
jingle.
so back onto that. Like, so that's like Hannah Telle. So take Max Caulfield and Chloe Price. That's like having Sean Diaz without Daniel Diaz. It's like they are two in a pod. Like you need them together. If not more so for Max Caulfield, because Max Caulfield's story is built on that shipping relationship. People have been like, we're Price Field, we're Amber Field, we're this field. That is an important part of like Life is Strange's DNA, and especially with Max's story. I think that's the big question, if anything, and it might seem like a bit of a like a cheap answer for me to give because I can't definitively say it because that's where my eyes are currently. It's like, can Safi and Max be that story that succeeds? Because
Sorry, her partner in time, who's in the chat, by the way.
hello.
Square. So I see that her partner in time tweeted at Square Enix, right, saying fans really want Max and Chloe, so I have to plead. Will Chloe be alive? Do you get to choose Bay or Bay? We need to know. Square replied to her partner in time saying, "Guess we will have to see," with a little
Yeah. Yeah.
Square.
Yeah, of course.
Which, by the way, Square, I love you so much. I will give you my address to send the vinyl to. Please, 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 please.
Not a chance. You're never getting anything, mate. I will put my prediction out here already. 100% there will be a flashback segment in like Max sleeping or a dream sequence. Chloe Price will be there. Come back and clip this. Tweet at me if you want. Chloe Price will appear in some way, shape, or form. I would assume it's Ashley Birch as well. It'll be like a very limited cameo, personally speaking.
Yeah,
That's
I was
like
about to
early
say,
prediction.
Ashley Birch or Rihanna DeVries?
It's got to be Ashley. That Ashley Birch, Chloe Price is the one that matches Max Caulfield with Hannah Telle. Rihanna DeVries is Chloe Price.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rihanna DeVries' performance is great. I like Rihanna DeVries. And Rihanna DeVries' Chloe is a great conception at that time where it's a younger Chloe. But obviously, imagine, for example, Farewell's DLC being Rihanna DeVries and Chloe Price as Chloe Price and Hannah Telle's Max Caulfield. You'd be about like, huh? And it wouldn't surprise me if Ashley Birch is brought back in some capacity, in a very short capacity, because obviously I imagine it's going to be hard to land her down because she's such a big star now as well. And it'd be very difficult to kind of put that focus on there compared to where she was when she was recruited for Life is Strange 1.
So Matt Thornton has to say, what if Chloe appears in the last episode in the vision to give Max some encouragement and advice? I don't think it would be the last episode. Well, that's a good take, but if you're going to get Ashley Birch, you're not going to only use Ashley Birch in the very last episode. I think it might be like third or fourth, you know?
Yeah, I think she'll be in the game. She might even do the Esteban thing, doing the Spirit Ghost.
Oh.
Force Ghost style.
Or even like what Deck Nine does with Before the Storm with her dad. Oh, no, I can't remember his name.
Even
William.
Gabe in True Colors.
Yes.
Gabe turns back up as a ghost kind of apparition. It wouldn't surprise me if that happens with Chloe, if Chloe pops back up in...
Yes or no answer, okay? Will Chloe be wearing Jedi robes?
In our version, yes. Not in the Square Enix version. By the way, as well, here's a quick way of getting around it. There can be scenes where Max is dreaming about Chloe and Chloe doesn't talk, so you can basically just put Chloe in the game without actually having a voice line. See what I'm saying there? So she can still appear in it. you might have not necessarily do all the dialogue lines. She might just be appearing in certain places. I think they got. I think they've got
naughty.
What?
Danzy's going to jail. Danzy says Chloe will be wearing nothing at all, at least in Max's mind. Bad Danzy.
We're getting the bonk out. Get the bonk out. Bonk.
The bonk.
Is there a bonk emoji in the chat? No.
Can we get some bonk emojis in the chat, please?
Yes.
For Danzy.
To Danzy. I think like that dynamic is going to be so interesting though. Sappy and is she called Sappy? Or Safi. I call it Sappy. Safi.
No, we're all sappy over the trailer.
We are sappy a little bit, but Safi and Max is going to be a very interesting dynamic because that is just like we've not done anything like this before, and it's so like left field kind of behavior. Obviously, the first thing people are like, "Where's Chloe Price in this trailer? Where's Chloe?" And it's like, well, Chloe's dead. Like, no, it's like Chloe's like not in this game.
So,
what do you think of Max, by the way? Like, what do you think of appearance?
So before I say my opinion on that, my question for chat. So chat, your assignment right now for everybody who's watching this, if you gave this a letter grade of just the trailer of what you thought about the trailer, an A through F, what did you think of the trailer? So go ahead and grade it in the chat here. I'm interested to see everybody's grades.
Also, I'm going to do that really horrible YouTube thing, and I don't like it. And if you listen to StrangeCast, you should subscribe because but you should please like the video as well because we've got 19 likes, and thank you so much. Again, it kills me every time you do it, but it helps boost our visibility, so it's obviously appreciated. So thank you to everyone who likes the video. Adam.
Ooh. Oh man, everybody's
Max's appearance.
Max's appearance, I thought.
Actually, no, hang on.
Yeah.
Let's do the trailer because we've got a couple of grades in there. We'll come back to Max's appearance.
Yes, I was about to say everybody's going in on this. Everybody is averaging about like a B plus.
Yeah, let's give some shout outs. So Jace's trailer's a B plus, Sunday's C. That's a low one. Danzy's an A. I'm not cat real estate corky. There's some real names here. B minus. We're going the American system here. Odin is B plus. CZ Teddy is B. Fuzz is B minus. Yellow Flash is B. Haggler is B plus. Commander Nikki is B. Matt Thornton is B plus. We've got a B from Mind Your Own Business. We've got a D there from Creepy Coney.
Oh.
Let's hear a bit more details on that. Why have we got a D there?
Our partner in time gives it an A. I feel like A for me, but I did not have a panic about Chloe. I do like I'm not a cat, which is exactly what a cat would say, by the way. You're definitely a cat. It can be an F, and I would still buy it. I think me and Adnan are both in full agreement on that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Claire gives it a B plus, so it looks like we're averaging about a
B plus.
Yeah. Like the B plus. Trailer's an A plus, mainly because marketing is perfect here. I agree.
Yeah,
the marketing was fantastic in this trailer.
It was like, just here's Max. There you go. Enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like we finally
putting
answered
in
it.
some grades on this if you're still in this, watching this. But yeah, it looks like we got an average, like a B. And I
yeah. What'd you score it? B.
You know what? I would definitely give this a solid B. Yeah, like not a B plus, not a B minus, but B because like the marketing, it knew what it was doing. And it definitely gives you an idea of at least the vision of where they're going with all of this. Hades Black says B plus. Graphics look really cool for a Life is Strange game. Hades, keep in mind this is not actual gameplay. So always keep that in mind. After Watch Dogs, all of us gamers are just like, oh, hang on now. Wait a second. This is in-engine. So keep that in mind. I'm not a cat B, but room to improvement. Yes. I'm not a cat who definitely is a cat. Yeah.
Marketing-wise, I would give it an A plus because basically you have literally drawn everyone back in. This is obviously mid allegations for Deck Nine and also Square Enix, who have spoken about these as well, just to kind of FYI that, because we had that entire piece from IGN. So to kind of like quash so many things being heard about that, to show Max Caulfield, the narrative is going to change very quickly. and that's like for them, if anything, this is like marketing 101, like amazing, where it's like all the publicity is going to be focused on this. The trailer, I would say it was a B.
Ooh,
and
yeah,
and in the
I
sense that
agree.
it was like my attention was there, and I've got like a million questions to ask here about what
Yeah,
happens here, like with the story of Max, what direction we're going with. Obviously the aperture rumor proved to be correct. Just again for everyone who's joined as well, for listeners who haven't was on here before, I was saying to Adam, like, I knew that Hannah Telle was in Colorado for a while, and it killed me that I couldn't say it, because we had a Strange Cast episode and we were talking about the aperture rumors, and I said to Adam, I was like,
yeah.
I know she's there. Do I say it or not? Because I was like, this is just going to add loads of fuel to ammunition. And I alluded to it in that Strange Cast episode, if you want to listen to it. But I didn't say anything. So I was like, no, because if she's working on it, I don't want to do anything that would, like, jeopardize that kind of position that she's in. And we obviously wanted Hannah Telle on here as well at one point. We were very close to getting this arranged earlier this year, but it makes sense why Hannah Telle wasn't here. And again,
Yes.
congratulations to her. I've followed her career since that very early stage where we got the interview, which was crazy. And one day I hope she comes back on here. It'd be great to have her on here to talk about reuniting with Max one more time at least, if anything. But with the trailer, I would say it's a B. It was interesting. It captured my intrigue, if anything. There's obviously a million questions to be asked about it, especially with like Safi and then all the other characters we see in there. The story premise, I think Max's design is very interesting. I think that there could have been a bit more Maxified, if anything. I think there's more, even though I know she's older, like 10 years, I think you could have done things that made her more. So, like, Adam, to give you context, I like the Vicelli comics in terms of the way that
Yes.
Claudia Leonardi designs Max. So, for example, Max has like a butterfly tattoo in there, which again might sound a bit cliche.
Little side interruption. I just have to give the joke to Matt Thornton, who says, "I rate the trailer a bay."
There we go. There's the winning
Yes.
comment. There we go. Shout out to him. There you go. That's the perfect comment. The
Keep
did you in the
going
Claudia
now.
Leonardi comics?
Yes.
It's like with Max, like she's got a blue butterfly tattoo, which again might sound a bit like might sound cheesy and corny, but it's like it fits Max. And then she has like a dream catcher in the actual comics. So again, it suits like visually side, and even her designs. If you look in the comics, there's like tons of redesigns. And when I spoke to Emma about it, she's like, we still need to make Max look visible. So it's like if you go into a comic book store, Max is there, you see her. It's Life is Strange. You're not questioning who it is. When I saw this Max, I was a bit like, it took me a moment because like I know that voice from a million miles away. It's just the same as when we heard who I
Katie
assume is
Benz.
Katie Benz in mixtapes. I was like, I literally turned my head. I was like,
I'm still
that is
waiting.
Katie Benz. Yeah, I've tweeted about it. I said to her, I was like, is this you, Katie? But like, I think we need like. I hope obviously she becomes a bit more maxified in the game. This might be a bit early in terms of footage we've seen, and maybe design wise as well. Also as well. Imagine if she pulls out like a Chloe Price outfit or a Rachel Amber outfit at some point, like in the red jacket that Rachel's wearing in the first game. Oh my,
Yes.
mind will be blown. Imagine if
Yes.
she wears that, or even if she wears Chloe's jacket. Imagine if she has Chloe's jacket and she puts that
That's the
on.
thing. It's just kind of like I think. Okay, so here's my predictions on the whole. Like, will Chloe be there or Chloe not be there? We're going to hear about it June 13th. Like, we're going to hear
Yeah.
about it at the upcoming live stream. Which anybody who's listening, just coming in, June 13th, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Life is Strange will be getting a special live stream. So we're going to
Hmm.
get a lot more information this Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So I'm gonna say that we're gonna hear more about Chloe in that one.
Yeah.
Denzi asks, "Will she go into the mosh pit?" Absolutely, she will.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, whoa! Hold on. Jace says, now I'm gonna have to go back to the trailer real quick. Jace says there is a ring on her finger. Now, Jace, do you mean um, yeah, you're saying Max. Okay, so
Warren.
now
It's gotta be Warren.
Gabi Warren, you think? Okay, wait. So I'm looking at the trailer right now, Jace. We're gonna call you out
I
on
think
the
I
live
noticed the
stream.
ring as well. I think there was a ring in there. I'm
Let me
definitely sure he's
see.
right.
I can't see. It's too dark on this one. So let me just see. I'm not saying Jace is wrong, by the way. Jace is a fantastic person. So, I just want to see it myself. So like, Max is wearing a ring. Now she's wearing gloves. She's wearing gloves. The police detective showed his thing. His badge, not his thing. His badge, everybody.
They got a big thing with police detectives at the minute, haven't they? We had one in True Colors as well.
Very true. She's still wearing gloves.
Do you think everyone in the Deck Nine office wears beanies?
I mean, what do you think I'm wearing right now? And I'm close to Colorado, so.
Yeah, but I've never seen you not wear a beanie. I refuse to believe that you have like any look about the beanie.
I know beanie is like my thing. Even Castigarden wears a beanie, so like that's his character. Yeah, I'm still seeing glove. Still seeing a glove on Max.
I see a gun.
You see a gun? Oh my god.
Yes.
So Jace is saying that Max might be married. I don't see a ring. Do you see a ring?
No, I'm definitely sure I saw a ring at some point in the trailer when we were watching it, because I looked at her hand and it was like, oh, that's interesting that she got a thingy.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that Jace is wrong here. So I watched the trailer just now. I didn't see it personally. Did anybody else in chat see? Oh, hold on. No, is that a right hand? That's her right hand. Has the ring.
The right
hand has the ring. Huh.
This is wild. In 2024, if you told me that we would see this is like, my mind is like blown in like so many different places. See Max Caulfield in like a key art again.
Jace, you're not wrong. Jace saying like, have I cooked? Am I wrong? You are not wrong that she has a ring, but it's on her right hand. So we see here, you see, wait, hang on. So you see me in chat, the ring is on this finger. So I'm Max right now, everybody. Okay, so ready? Okay, so the ring is over here. So is it her left hand?
Here's a thing as well. A theory.
No, because then it will be on this hand.
Adam, I have a theory as well. She's wearing gloves a lot in this.
To keep my attention.
Yes.
Where are the jingle keys? Give me jingle keys.
By the way, a theory as well, and even for the chat as well. She's wearing gloves in pretty much everything. Obviously, it's cold, it's outside, but even in some of the shots inside, she's wearing gloves. And I'm a bit like, are we seeing something that we don't see with her hands yet? Is there a little bit of a laced clue there? Like, is she like, I don't know, like.
Sorry, Danzy's saying Adam is having an existential crisis about this. Yes, I am having an existential crisis.
Yes, you are.
But we also have Gaptooth ASMR saying, fan of the show. What's up, Gaptooth? Hey buddies, I'm buddies with Webb, and I messaged him saying I didn't recognize Max at first, even though I heard Hannah, and he said Max screw up. Oh, buddy, yeah, our knees are cracking, everybody. Mind Your Own Business asks again, where does this take place? We're all saying Scotland. The entire chat agrees that it's all in Scotland. Nobody else will disagree with me. This is in Scotland. To answer your question seriously, Mind Your Own Business, we don't know.
No.
Our best guess is in Colorado.
By the way, I'm just to give you context, I am listening. I'm just like looking for extra information that we might see to put in here.
Fuss, I swear, do not disagree with me. I will make a fuss. But yeah, people online, people are sharing online a photo of a dog in the game that has Chloe's name along with the name of the dog, which may have hint Chloe's alive taking pictures. Ooh. Did I say No, Yokes, don't correct me. It's in Caledonia. Don't correct me. I am right in all facets. You know what I like hearing in this chat? I love hearing your wild takes. Everybody in chat, so you've now graded it an average of a B. Give me your wildest takes of what's going to happen in this game. I will not stop. Mind your own business. You stop. Is Chloe the dog? Did Chloe turn into the dog? Is what I'm asking. No, I mean it's probably not in Scotland. Well, Yokes, I'm right. Always.
Adam, quick question, and also for the chat as well. Do you think that they'll make this ending canon now, or they'll treat it like the comics, where it's like it's a one possible option of a story that happens?
So, repeat to me your question, because Hades Black said, "How old were you when you first played the first game?" And we're not going to answer that because we're all going to cry.
I played it at launch when it came out. I was covering it, by the way. I was in the industry. I was covering. I was 2014. I was in the video game industry. I was working for Hardcore Gamer. I covered it then. I interviewed Hannah Telle 2015. I was one of the first people to interview her. It could have gone out actually as the first, but there was a bit of delays with publishing it. I've been with the series since then, and I'm now 9 years older, and I feel old. And by the way, as well,
I was even married when the first game came out.
And I also say this for context as well, like with Kylie, I first interviewed Kylie when she was 19. She'd like just got the Rachel Amber role, everything else. Spoke to her last year, 25. And I said to her, I was like, we need to just turn this into like a yearly catch up now, because it does seem to be that thing with me and Kylie where it's like, we just catch up. It's not even about talking about Rachel Amber. It's just like talking general life, because like, when you feel like you've attached yourself to someone's career. And I felt that with Hannah Telle. Like I watched that ascendancy with like Max. I've seen her at the heartbreak points when Max didn't come back, and it was like continuation of her career. She like transitioned to music and like had a really successful run with that so far. But to see her come back in this moment, it's just going to be quite that in itself is enough for me to support as well, to see Hannah Telle back as Max.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I love Matt Thornton, who says plot twist: a Max from an alternate timeline is the killer. Ooh, plot twist. What was your original question to me? Because I'm reading all these.
My question was, and this can be the chat as well. It was like, are we now going to get an established ending of like this is canon, or is it going to be this is one alternative universe that happens in a hypothetical one? Because like it seems to be we now have Square Enix saying,
like you were saying,
yeah,
the comics. Yeah, if anybody read the comics, question if I'll get to your question in a second. DCast. Yeah, if anybody has read the comics in the chats, we know in the comics that like Emma Vicelli has written saying that like this is an alternate timeline. This doesn't really take place in any set or canon timeline. But and the same thing with the prose novels with
Rosie Thor.
Yes, with Rosie Thor as well.
And
so,
who's the other writer? I can't remember what it was. It was for Heat Waves. Is
Yeah.
Heat Waves out?
Heat Waves is not out yet. I don't think so. So yeah, yo, comics expert here. Yeah, so Jace has read the comics, and it's all an alternate timeline. I believe this one will also be in an alternate timeline with with double exposure. I just read the title of our live stream. With double exposure, I think it will also be an alternate timeline. And I think because we are going into like a multiverses kind of timeline here, I think that is, will Heat Waves even release at this point? It will. I think Heat Waves. Okay, here's my theory about Heat Waves being delayed. They knew in June they were going to release this, right? Square knew this was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So why release a book that's just going to be buried when they can just release the book after everybody? And we're all in here hyped. There are now almost 60 people in this chat right now.
That's crazy. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much. So everybody entering, by the way, I just want to reiterate, everybody entering the chat, please keep on your calendars. June 13th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, Square Enix will be announcing a live stream with more information. So put that down in your calendars.
We've lost a Lost Records journal episode because of this. Adam was like, there's no way you can record this, bro. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no. I'm like, we just turned it bi-weekly. Adam, like, come on, man. Well, I imagine, hopefully, if me and Adam can try and sort schedules out, we might try and record it this week. But like, you know, this is like literally throwing things left field where it's like our channel bread and butter is Life is Strange, and it's like, and I was like freaking out before we even set the live stream up. Like, I'll try and do a VOD of this version afterwards. I'll try and like get the full edition uploaded later, because I don't know what
maybe the audio version too to put out on podcast services.
Of course, yeah. So for now, at least, like, I don't know when you'll get that. Maybe tomorrow, hopefully, depending on how things play out. But just Adam as well. Quickly, I got a couple of tweets here from some of the Deck Nine crew that have been working on this. So we got Giovanni Lasala Mudim, I believe that's right, GG, as they put in their Twitter bio. They've put and they and they work as an animator at Deck Nine. So they put, it was an absolute honor to work on the continuation of Max's story. I can't wait for you all to experience this. We have Giselle here, who's a narrative designer previously at Deck Nine, has been laid off. I think in the previous layoff, I would assume because of what they've written in their tweet, which is, it's finally been announced, bittersweet to see it out there, but I worked on this game as a narrative designer, and I'm really proud of it.
Elizabeth Bilal?
No, this is another person. This is Giselle.
Giselle, okay, because I was about to say Elizabeth Bilal also tweeted that too.
Yes, Elizabeth Bilal has tweeted about it as well, who spoke out against Deck Nine on that article in IGN. We have Andres Ortiz Suarez, who's a lead programmer at Deck Nine. They tweeted, super proud of the team for all the incredible work they've done on this game. This has been a labor of love, and we're trying to do justice to the incredible legacy of Life is Strange series. We can't wait for you all to play it. So that's a couple of tweets there. I'm trying to see if we can find any more here, because there's quite a lot of fingers there. Obviously, as Adam said as well, pre-orders open tomorrow. There's a couple of editions that we've spoken about, which you can check back in this conversation we've spoken about.
I want to quickly shout out Dcast, who asks if Chloe is somehow in this. Will she be in another timeline? And will she be voiced by Rihanna DeVries or Ashley Birch? I think both me and Adnan, we discussed this in another timeline in this live stream. I believe that if they're going to get anybody, it's going to be Ashley Birch. Like, if they're going to put Hannah Telle in this game, it has to be Ashley Birch. And it's going to be a hard sell, but I think Ashley Birch will just come in as a cameo, but they can't afford Ashley Birch at this point in time. But
yes,
if anybody's going to voice Chloe, it's going to be Ashley Birch. So thank you for Dcast 27 for putting in your thoughts. We want to recognize you. Jace also points out, remember, Rihanna was only the thing because of the BAFTA strikes after all. And I agree.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Ashley Birch came back to Deck Nine to record farewell episode.
And she was also working on the writing side as well, as whilst those strikes were happening. Obviously, as well, another thing as well with the editions, if you get the Ultimate Edition, you get access to the game early as well. So it comes out on October 15th. So that's a reminder as well if you haven't catched up on that, because there's quite a few editions. We've covered a lot of things here. Let me deal with my cat.
Yes, the cat. Shout out anybody in the chat who has cats. I'm a dog person myself.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Hannah Telle to tweet. I haven't seen Hannah Telle tweet about this yet.
No.
I imagine we'll probably get interviews soon as well. It wouldn't surprise me if like some of these publications have done interviews with people who are working on this project at Deck Nine. So we will keep you up to date with that. There's a lot of content coming. I don't know how I'm going to manage my schedules now, considering we run 2 podcasts among any other things. Yes. Hannah Telle still hasn't tweeted yet.
Nope.
Hannah is keeping it. She's keeping. Or she's not even Instagram yet. She's keeping us all on the edge of our seats, which is crazy.
Matt Thornton says, "What if we see Max's parents?"
Oh, that is actually. We didn't see anything about Max's parents in person on the actual game, not in physical person. Yeah, it's. I need to watch that trailer like 15 more times tonight and see what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Look. Oh, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you think Adnan, you will put up a reaction like a breakdown video on the channel?
Maybe. Depends on how much time I have. Like, we have so much. Like, there's so much. Like, again, we have to try and find a space now to get Lost Records Journal done at some point. And like, obviously, there's a stream coming up on Thursday, so maybe hopefully after that, I might try and look. I don't know if I'll be able to do it in time for this with this trailer. There's like a lot of things to pick apart on there, but. Look, I'll be straight with you, Adam, as well. Like my kind of thing here as well. It's like I'm open to giving it a chance. I think we spoke about it where we were like, I openly admit where I was like, I feel quite deflated with the series. I felt quite like stagnated with it. Obviously, we had Lost Records coming, which I was like more excited for. I'm like open-minded enough to give it a chance, but it's like the expectations for me are like at like here, like they are here. They're not down here. Yes. They're not like at all time. Like they are literally through the roof, because you've got back basically the gold goose of the Life is Strange franchise, which is Hannah Telle, and you are going to have to deal a performance of a lifetime, a writing of a lifetime, because you are basically dealing with now like with Before the Storm, like Deck Nine got criticized a lot for like little things here and there, and like a lot of other things as well, because it was all the don't know characters they were dealing with, and Chloe Price was the one that they were dealing with mainly, if anything. You're now dealing with Max, And how do you tell Max's story at like this point? It's like the Don't Nod devs have always spoken about it before, where they're like, we didn't really see sequels in mind, we didn't see this in mind. It's like that was the story for Max for us. We didn't have anything else planned further than that. Now you're going to go into that territory, and it's like, you know, we saw it with Vicelli. I saw the reaction some people gave the Vicelli comic series. You know, brace yourself, Deck Nine. Like the expectations are through the roof. And hope, and by the way as well, I would assume, Adam, that Webb is going to do the performance directing side of this.
Yes, definitely.
That doesn't worry me in any way, shape, or form, because Webb knocked it out of the park with True Colors, and you saw that. And we did all the Life After Strange interviews as well, where we spoke about Webb doing performance directing. Zachary Andrews worked with Webb. Webb was there when he was doing the Expanse stuff as well. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that the performance side will be dealt with well by Webb Pickersgill. But then it's just all the other questions that are raised about the series, where Deck Nine is at the minute as well, considering all the stuff that's happened to the studio.
So two questions for you from the chat.
For me specifically, or for you? Or for both of us?
I think specifically for you. I think you are the best one to answer both of these questions. Fuss asks, do you guys think of creating a Discord server for StrangeCast? I personally am not a Discord person. I've tried Discord for games and groceries, and I just couldn't keep up with it. That is something for Adnan to decide.
My personal sense is that I would be open to keeping it, because obviously I like that the podcast has grown considerably since we first started it. I would have been doing it. My only thing where I haven't started it up, and I also said it to Adam, was that my fear is that I don't turn up in it. Which, for example, like Adam will send me a message and I look at it and I won't respond to him, but it's like I'm like, okay, he's not dead. It's like as long as he's not freaking out or something, as long as he's not freaking out, it's like I'll respond to him at some point. But I think, personally speaking, if you guys want a Discord or something where we open up a platform, I'm happy to set that up. I'd have to find some moderators to kind of look after it, obviously, whilst I'm not there. But I am quite active. People have messaged me on Twitter, and I'm not as scary as I look on videos. Like, you know, Adam is the personality of this entire podcast. It's like it would never work with me. I don't have that flavor personality. He's, as he said before, he's like a golden retriever, so it's like it keeps the magic alive. But if it's something that people want, we can set it up, because like that is it. But also as well, I'll give you a shout out as well. Life is Strange fans, Chris has one over there. They have a big Life is Strange Discord, so if you do want to keep up to date with it, there's a lot of stuff on that. And thanks again to Chris for retweeting this.
Yeah, Life is Strange fans
and Life is Strange World as well.
Yes, Life is Strange fans, Life is Strange World. There is a community out there. So, yeah, if anything, like shout out to those guys, because they have supported both of us, both like with that team over there. The second question I have for you from Jace, who says, "Is Zach Garris still at Deck Nine?"
I don't know. I know Zach Garris. Zach Garris definitely. Well, I think Zach Garris definitely got married to Erica Mori, which we had talked about.
No, that was Zach Andrews.
Oh, Zachary Andrews.
No, we're talking about Zach Garris.
Zach Garris is not there. Zach Garris moved to Telltale.
Yes,
and I think he became their vice president or something, where it was a role of it.
I believe so.
And then I'm pretty sure he's left Telltale as well now. So
did he?
I'm pretty sure of it. I would.
But Zachary Andrews, I believe, still is at Deck Nine, who did marry Erica Mori. So, but yeah, so yeah, while you looked it up, I want to go through some of the chat here, because I don't want to speak for Adnan, but I think we can like start to wrap things up here. I want to say
we have all these lovely people talking to us. See, this is what happens, guys. I'm never the enemy. That's why that Boo Adam Evil comment comes up. Let's end the chat.
I'm just saying,
early.
let's go through the chat and just see what these fine people have to say to us. These fine people have to say to us. So where did I see it? I had a good one here. Well, they're all good ones. Okay, so from CZ.
Apologies, just quickly before you continue. Zach Garris is now at NetEase Games.
Really?
Last according to his LinkedIn profile. I'm not clicking on it because LinkedIn shows you who's looked at your profile. I'm not like having him pop up saying me looked at it, but according to his LinkedIn profile, he is now at NetEase Games. He definitely worked at Telltale prior to that, and he's working The Expanse, but he is not at Deck Nine anymore.
Okay.
And just one more time as well for thingy, whatever allegations have happened against Zach Garris has refuted in the IGN article. So do check that out. That is for legal purposes, because Zach Garris is not here to respond to the comments that have been made against him.
Yes, agreed.
But continue, Adam.
CC Teddy says, very interesting to me that this is presumably takes place in a post-sacrifice Chloe timeline, where Max deemed her time traveling in an attempt to stop death to be a mistake. Why does she do it again? And I agree with CZ. I'm like, why didn't she learn her lesson, saying that like, I tried to save my friend from dying, and now I'm going to try doing it again. That was my big problem. So shout out to CZ for that comment. What do you think about that?
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
That's all I gotta say. Yes. Yes, she should have learned a lesson. She should have learned a lesson.
To all of my what the WTF, I checked the Steam page, and what worries me is that the deluxe edition stuff is put before the actual description of the game. To all of the WTF, welcome to modern gaming, baby.
Of course.
We have to market deluxe editions before everybody else. Let's go. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Why don't you buy the $180 version and play it 2 days early, baby? At least this game gives you 2 weeks early. Like, Ubisoft will be like, how about 2 days early?
Yeah.
So,
by the way, as well, can we talk about on the StrangeCast, our predictions didn't age terribly, because I said that, well, Lost Records wasn't shown, and I only said it the way that I did on the podcast. I was flip-flopping because, like, you'd expect it to be revealed. You'd expect Luke and Michelle to tweet about it leading up to it, and then you definitely know that it's going to be there. It wasn't there, and we only recently had the Lo-Fi trailer, so it makes sense. Didn't see Talima's game, but I imagine we might see it at Gamescom. I think we saw.
Yeah, no. Wait, isn't Talima making Koira?
Tiny Ball. Sorry, I keep getting Tiny Ball and Talima. So we didn't see Tiny Ball's game. I think that might be Gamescom, but we'll come back to this in the actual StrangeCast episode that we do 2 weeks from now. But it's like, we'll, and then also as well, the big one was that Life is Strange would be shown, and it was at the Xbox Showcase, which I think obviously you swayed me more than you were like, it's going to be shown at the Xbox Showcase. I'm like, yes. Yeah, I'm going to say it because I don't want this to age terribly. And thank God that StrangeCast has not got something badly predicted wrong, because we can all applaud that chat, please. Because like, we really put our lives on the limit there. Where it's like, if we said no, we'd come on here being like, well, we've made fun of Aperture, and we've also made fun of the fact that it wasn't going to be there, and it's there. So thank God for that.
So I want to say Yellow Flash says the game looks cheaper though, and I wonder why. It's 2 different engines. It's 2 different engines. It's not that it looks cheaper. It's that it's a different design. And Don't Nod for Life is Strange used Unreal Engine, but I believe Deck Nine used Unity in the past, which Unity doesn't really do well with 3D modeling. So that's why it looks cheaper. I don't know if it's for sure in Unity, but that's why, to answer your question.
Yes, thank you for the question. So we got
oh wait, no, he's saying the game is cheaper. Yellow Flash says it's okay. No, not look cheaper. The game is cheaper. It's $50. Yellow Flash, did they say the price yet? Because I'm looking at the store.
We're in details left, right, and center.
Yes, because I've been trying to look at the store on Square Enix, and there's like nothing about the price. Where are you seeing it from? It's on Steam. Okay, let me just check that. Let me also check Xbox as well. Xbox.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's cheaper, because it is a Life is Strange game. We've spoken about this before.
So I'm looking that up right now. Xbox. Everybody can be on chat and just look in their respective.
We got a really interesting question here by Matt Thornton as well. How many more Life is Strange games do you think we'll really see after this one, if any?
2.
Big question. I wouldn't be surprised if they put the price at a reasonable amount. Obviously, barring the Ultimate Collector's Edition, special Arcadia Bay kind of thing, like doing the higher end things. Those will be obviously expensive, but it would make sense because it's not going to be a long game. I imagine under 10 hours, maybe. I would say.
So I do have, according to the Steam page, it is $50 American.
$50.
Yeah, that is weird. It's like not even 60 or 70, it is 50. Okay. Oh, and we get to see all of the prices. Oh boy. So I'm going to be getting the Ultimate Edition, baby. Let's go. So the Ultimate Edition's only $80.
That's pretty
Bro.
decent. That does that come with the vinyl?
No, so the vinyl is only the Square Enix site. It's a Square Enix site exclusive. It says,
Ah,
um, yeah, 80 smackaroons. Yes, I agree with the yoke. 80 smackaroons for Ultimate, which, by the way, ready to buy Ultimate also comes with cat. Yes, we'll say that. Adnan, if you go on the Steam page and we see all the checklist here, right?
I'm trying
At
to
the
load up
bottom of
Steam.
that checklist, what's that?
I'm trying to load up Steam.
Okay,
And I've got the forum open. Brilliant. That's just what I needed, didn't I?
okay, I'm sending it to you in our
Please do.
in our little chat because me and you are friends and we
Just about.
chat just about. Okay, so here you go. Okay, you see that?
Oh, there
So
we
you
go.
see-
Perfect. Yes.
Look at the very bottom of that checklist. What does that say?
Exclusive cat content.
Exclusive cat content, baby. More cats in the game, baby. Let's go.
Did that really need to be locked behind a paywall? The Final
I'm gonna-
Fantasy VII outfit pack is quite cool as well. It's nice to see a bit more integration from Square Enix with their games, like on that level at least. With like Life is Strange. Life is Strange doesn't seem to have had that connection with the other games in the franchise of like Square Enix franchises. So they brought that in there.
Yokes in the chat. Yes, it does say this on Square Enix's site. Collector's Edition does not include the game. You purchase it alongside whichever version you want. So it's gonna depend how much, because I love vinyls. I'm a vinyl collector, but if it's gonna end up being like $120, I'm gonna pass hard on that one.
You get my checkbook out.
yeah, right. It's like I think for me personally, as someone who collects, and I do have the Before the Storm
Yeah.
vinyl as well. If it's $120 and up, I'm gonna say hard pass on that. I will pass on that. So okay, so in the chat, if you had to buy the vinyl collection, what is your like price limit? Is it stopping at that $80? Are you gonna buy that Ultimate Edition? Are you just gonna get the $50? What do you all think?
Adam, just one more comment here. We've got
Yes.
Artem. Is that? Hold on. Artem Io Rush says True Colors Unreal 4. Which you said it was Unity.
Oh, she said it's Unity.
No, it's True Unreal 4.
Oh, it is Unreal 4.
Artem
no.
I am Rush.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Unreal 4. So wait, hang on
True
a
Colors
second.
is Unreal 4. I believe Before the Storm was in Unity, but I think you're right that True Colors is Unreal 4. I believe you are correct. Well, you probably are correct. I'm just saying.
So
Yeah.
Danzy here as well put, personally, I think this will be the last Life is Strange game for Square Enix. I mean, they sold off Tomb Raider a couple of years back. I think they're wanting a big change up. That wouldn't surprise me, by the way. We've spoken about the Square Enix financial reports and the direction, all that other stuff on a StrangeCast episode, which you can go and listen to. This could potentially be the last roll of the dice, where you basically take, just before the 10-year anniversary, we do Max's story, and we add basically a staple to the ending of that.
Yeah, so everybody's saying that like True Colors is Unreal. The only one that was in Unity was Before the Storm. So yes, everything else is Unreal because Unreal does 3D modeling a lot better.
Chat, why don't you put Boo Adam Evil in there for getting that wrong?
Why?
Why that other person gets that comment in there?
Here's the other thing. Remasters are also in Unreal 4.
Yes, which
by the way, everybody in chat, if you haven't played the remasters, don't. It's still a mess, dude. Oh my god, so it's such a mess, and it's unfortunate because the remasters are something special for the community of us. But
Adam,
yeah,
this question is definitely for you. It's Hades Black in here. Thank you for the question. I have another good question.
Okay.
Music. What band artist do you think will be in this game?
Okay, it's a good question. Okay, so I really want Andrew Bell as an artist for a Life is Strange game. I really want Andrew Bell.
Yeah.
So that is my thing. Man, will they get a Colorado local band to do this? That would be a big question. I think it all comes down to
their last history, remember, is Daughter, who are obviously a UK band, and then also Angus and Julia Stone, who previously appeared on Life is Strange soundtrack, and then also did the main composition of the theme. So
And then Novo Amor did that one song for them.
yeah,
I
they got the
really do
budget.
want Andrew Bell.
Square Enix has got the budget. You can
Huey
splash
Lewis
out a
in
little
the
bit.
News. Yes. Huey Lewis in the News will be the official Life is Strange double exposure.
Maybe I should get where's my
Local
CD?
natives. I like that. I like that. Because local natives did appear in 2 Life is Strange games. Do you know which ones?
Life is Strange 1.
Yes.
Life is Strange 2.
True Colors.
Damn it!
Yeah, they appeared in the Wavelengths, the DLC.
Oh, was in the, oh, I was wondering.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember it. Yeah, it's
Yep,
by the way, as well,
Yellow
whenever
Flash.
I see Huey Lewis in the news, all I can think of is Patrick Bateman from American Psycho.
Yeah.
About to drop that rendition from that. Yeah, I wonder who they get for the musician. Obviously, the budget is there for it with Square Enix, so it wouldn't surprise me if they get a bit more of a higher end musician, trying to say that in a non-offensive way. They obviously got the budget to buy a bigger musician to bring into the project. They did really well with the True Colors soundtrack. To be fair, with like the sounds that they had in there, there were some great moments. I remember the one where Alex is listening to Dido, and it's like all that stuff's happening with her family. But yeah, I do wonder. I would love Hayley Williams to do a soundtrack for it. She's a little bit out of their
Yes.
budget, and she's got no
Hayley
video game
Williams.
experience. But her Petal for Armor album and the other one that she did, which was like was it Flower for Vases? Her solo stuff would be perfect for a Life is Strange game, in my opinion, especially a Max story. My own 2 cents.
Yoke says, I love if Daughter would do it again, but I don't know if that would work thematically. I actually disagree. I think Daughter has a great like darker sound to them. So I think it would fit pretty perfectly with
That
the
soundtrack
soundscape.
was seminal. Music from
Yes.
Before the Storm was one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard from a video game, like hands down. It's perfect from start to finish. Yeah, I do wonder who we get. Like, obviously, we'll get a lot more details of that live stream, guys. So, like, and like, obviously, we've got all these special editions and stuff we've talked about. So, you can catch up with what we talked about there. Yeah, I'm kind of like really surprised at him. I'm like really like my mind is like, like what do I do? Like,
I am very much in shock. Like that whole showcase
Yeah.
was pretty good. As someone who, okay, so in the chat, everybody, I watched all of Game Fest. I'm now not watching PC gaming right now, obviously, because I'm here. But that Xbox showcase was easily the best to be shown. It was definitely what we needed for a showcase like this. Like Summer Showcase, the very first one that was shown, pretty weak.
Yeah.
There was not much really going on there. I watched all of yesterday's, and I want to shout out real quick. I want to shout out a couple games that I saw on yesterday's showcase. So one of them being Parcel Cores, which was announced a while ago. It's got a release date of September 3rd. So Parcel Cores is definitely another one. And then 3 other games I want to shout out is the Star Named Eos, which is very much a narrative-based game. So I think all of you would like that. Saviorless it looked phenomenal. That came out in April, but it was just announced in the Latin American led showcase. And then finally, Kemaru, a frog refuge, and you get to collect frogs and take pictures of the frogs. So it's very cute. I like the frogs.
Yeah, like I haven't even watched like Gears being revealed. Adam, like I said to Adam's like Marcus is back, and he's like, and I've always said this. I'm quietly like a massive Gears of War fan, quietly a massive Gears of War fan. I had no idea that they even like planned to bring Marcus Phoenix back. So I was like, I've not even watched it, but we need to jump on to talk about this because, like, in itself, obviously, Summer Game Fest was a big snoozer, and I saw the highlights, and I joked with one of our listeners where they're like, "You should jump on for an emergency episode." It was with Clark's, and I laughed and I was like, "No, we haven't seen it." I was watching this showcase, thinking like, we're gonna have a bit of peace here, and nothing's gonna happen. Then, boom, it comes out anywhere. And Life is Strange, but yeah, there's like a lot to talk about. And I think in the next episode of StrangeCast, which will be filmed after the reveal event, obviously that'll be. I think it's pretty much just going to be a full-on You know, it's a double
It's just gonna be
exposure episode.
StrangeCast from here on
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
it's quadruple exposure. You're not gonna like. We're gonna have to talk about everything there. So we're gonna like. I can have more time to sit down. I sometimes don't like doing live reactions because of you don't have enough time to sit down, watch everything, get everything consumed. But obviously, thank you to everyone who has come here as well. It's been great to catch up with people and have a bit more interactivity. I get why you want a Discord as well because it feels like you can come closer to us.
Yokes in the chat, because I already called this out before. Before the Storm was also premiered at the E3 Xbox Showcase in 2017. I discussed that in the last episode. That's where I predicted that it would be announced here because Deck Nine has come on Xbox to announce their games. Yes.
Just one more as well here. We've got Hagler. Hagler84 says, I know it's not really Life is Strange related, but will you talk about mixtape game because it has Katie Benz? Yeah, it has big vibes of like Lost Records / Lost Life is Strange.
If it has Katie Benz, because that's definitely Katie Benz.
I tweeted at her. She hasn't responded. She's being very she's doing the Hannah Telle treatment here, not confirming things. Katie, confirm if you're in this game. We need to know because I was like genuinely tripping when I heard that voice. It's the first thing I did. I was like, Adam, is that Katie Benz? He's like, I'm pretty sure it is.
Very sure. Her partner in time saying, "Do you guys have a Discord?" No, no, we don't have a Discord. We're maybe.
Yes, if people want it, let us know and we will set it up properly then, and then we'll try and find some moderators. And I think Adam has more experience with Discord anyway, but it'll be like, you know, don't guarantee me to be there all the time. I will try and pop up and show my face. I'm just
worried about Discord right now because there's been a lot of nasty bots in Discord lately, like a lot of inappropriate bots. Let's put it that way. So it's been kind of a mess over in Discord in the past like 6 months. So I'm kind of wary at this point in the stage. But again,
sorry, I'm not laughing about that. By the way, it's just that Fuzz says start a petition, y'all.
Start a petition. We will always shout out lifeisstrangefans.com. That is the best site to go for our community, and they've supported us a lot. My Keddy is one of the people over there, as well as Chris Anderson is his last name. Yeah, they've supported us a lot. So if we're gonna shout out like a community page, we're always gonna shout out Life is Strange Fans.
Mate, here we go. We got Clark's is ready to step up as our Dave Madsen. If you use Me6 and add a layer of security, you'll be fine in Discord.
Yeah,
we got the Dave Madsen security cameras coming for Blackwell there. He's our go-to for this. Also, as well, Clark said as well here, I've complained about lack of merch with Chloe and Max for years. Hopefully Square will provide. Do they not want my money? I think that's true. I said this very much from 2015. They could have, like, when they were releasing all the comics and stuff, they could have milked the hell out of the merchandise like 9 years ago easily. There would have been so much money made from that. It's not even like, you know, like it's a go given from that. I think Chris once actually designed like figure concepts from Life is Strange fans of like for Before the Storm. I remember him tweeting something about it where it's like he designed figures for like Square Enix to look at and they just never went ahead with it. But as you will, and I think I'm right with that, Chris. Please, like, I'm definitely sure off the top of my head I saw that. So I think we're probably coming towards the end because we are at 2 hours. If you have got any other questions, chuck them in here because then we'll answer them, and then obviously you will get a full StrangeCast episode post reveal event the week after on the Wednesday, which is our usual schedule. I will probably try and do a reaction video on the Thursday or the Friday, pending time. Obviously, it's like smack bang in my work schedule, so I'll try and.
Oh yeah, I probably will not catch that live stream because that is 11 a.m. me. That will not happen.
Well, he says that, but he's apparently might be date night, but I imagine he's gonna have his phone open. He's like looking at the
a.m. You know,
is it 11 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes. Forget about the food orders. Like anyone's like ordering food, like nah, not a chance, man. I would I was thinking about I'd pull like a sickie off like work. No, I wouldn't. But like, I would like, you know. By the way, as well, because we've got this release date for Life is Strange now. I need a release date for Lost Records because I have holidays that I need to book in, and I am not going to be seeing guys for that period. Actually, you'll see videos of us talking, but like I had time to talk about these things as well and take time to look at them, because there's so much to talk about. And like, honestly, this has like been such a big thing from here. So quickly just running through here. I'm just worried about. Sorry, it's to all of what the fuck. Or WTF. I'm just worried about the first game's message. Didn't Max learn the lesson? Nah.
Here's your question to all of WTF. Do any of us learn any lessons? I think not.
No.
That's why I live here in North Dakota.
No, we don't. So let's have a quick look at these. So we've got Danzy's Forbidden Platinum in the UK have released tons of Life is Strange t-shirts over the years. I would love a Play Arts Kai figure, for example. Max as a Play Arts Kai figure would be amazing to have. Jay's support, where's my Max and Chloe Price hoodie been waiting 9 years, Deck Nine, just shocking here. For the support, do you guys think there will be a lot of player identity in this game or on a Life is Strange 2 Navua?
I don't know what that last part means.
Hmm.
But do you think there will be a lot of player identity in this game? What do you mean by that?
I mean, maybe like to relate to Max,
Maybe.
like where it's like, because like Max is neutral. That's the best thing about Max. Max is that anyone can project themselves onto Max Caulfield. That's what makes her a great protagonist. Where it's like she can just be, and anyone can feel like Max.
Thank you, Twitch Clarks, for coming. See you later.
See you later, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So
yeah,
we haven't, right. Katie Benz hasn't tweeted. Hannah Telle has put out on Instagram stories. So she's just put out a heart. She's put a praying emoji with the trailer. So that is the first thing from Hannah Telle there that has spoken about it. She hasn't put a post out yet. I imagine she probably will at some point. But yes, we have got a thing from Hannah Telle, which is, I'll put it on here as well, which is it's got a little emoji at the top with a praying. So she has seen it, obviously. But no Katie confirmation yet on mixtapes. We still need that. And I'm waiting to hear that. But Adam Fuzz has responded. Oh, sorry, Nivu got auto corrected. Same level as Life is Strange 2.
Oh, okay. But what do you mean by player identity?
I imagine it's like relating to that person. You know what I mean? Like where it's like you relate to it, where it's like player identity in the sense of like you're stepping into Max's shoes, you feel what she's feeling, and it's going to be like player connection essentially. I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine.
I don't know because just like with her partner in time saying we better find out if you choose Bay or Bay, and I think all these things are just questions. We're just theorizing at this point. Yes, impact on decisions. So player identity, got it. So like almost like saying what you're saying about player I forget the word for it, but I know what you mean. I stuff multiple distinct endings and stuff. Yes, I think. Ooh, will there be multiple endings? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, considering their track record with True Colors, there was multiple endings.
Yes, there were. Yes.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there's multiple endings, not the two like we saw in the Don't Nod games, where it's like a bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know Life is Strange 2 is a bit different, but like Life is Strange 1, where it's save the Bay, don't save the Bay.
I think we're gonna just find out more. I think we're gonna find out everything on June 13th. I think they're gonna like really push this because again, we have to think about this is coming out October 29th, which some people pointed out. Yo, I just realized this is a Halloween release, and then that's what I was about to say.
Spooky season. Spooky
season. So we are going to be. Can we fast forward to June 13th, please, bro? I wish. So we are, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are 4.5 months away from release. 4.5 months away, and we just got confirmation on this game. When I say we're going to learn everything that we need to know about this game on June 13th, they have to tell us everything about this game. Everything. We're 4.5 months.
And you spot on as well, because like think about it now, we've had a reveal trailer, we've had all the Ultimate Editions, the Collector's Editions, all the other stuff. We've had the synopsis reveal. This is literally coming like a flash forward, because think about Lost Records. Lost Records were revealed last December. Then we got the Lo-Fi trailer last month, which was like a long period, but they've had a longer marketing period. This is like straight up like Life is Strange is coming. Like,
and
there you go.
Before
like,
that, we just got the videotape from Don't Know Montreal.
Yeah.
Just an image of a videotape. That's it.
Look, like I think that there's like a lot of things to talk about. Obviously, like I have like a lot of admiration for like a lot of the Deck Nine devs I've spoken to there. Obviously, the studio has been hit with allegations. It's been marred with allegations, and especially with Square Enix as well. Not that we expect anything in return. Like me and Adam have spoken to people at Deck Nine. I've spoken to people at Deck Nine. barring the people who have been in the accusations or people who've thrown them around, they are really talented developers, and it's unfortunate that the studio has been hit by what it has been in the period where the Life is Strange game has been revealed essentially beforehand, because we knew this. For example, think about it, guys. If we had no idea this was happening and they had dropped this trailer, like that IGN article hadn't come out and they revealed it the first time, we'd be even more mind blown by it. But unfortunately, that's not the case. But I will say something as well here, which is that I want the people from like at least the higher ups at Deck Nine and even Square Enix's media team to address the allegations in an interview. If journalists are interviewing them, because I won't have the opportunity to do that, I would be very surprised if I ever got contact from them for doing an interview. But I would want them to do that interview with them and like to ask those questions about what's happened to the studio, because that has deeply affected Life is Strange, from allegations of Square Enix bullying people and their staff bullying in terms of the project, the allegations that faced on Deck Nine in terms of their internal things. These are things that need to be addressed, and I hope that there is still a journalist out there in the video game industry who asks these questions or even turns down an interview with them because they don't get to ask these questions. It's a really important thing to be addressed with it, because even though my excitement is there for this game, and I'm obviously excited in terms of Max coming back and what we could potentially have from it, because the expectations are high, those things still need to be addressed in between everything else. Like, it's important for that to be addressed, because the studio has been silent on it, and people have always said to me, like, they've asked me privately where it's like, why do you think Deck Nine hasn't like responded to this? The minute you respond to it, the minute you confirm what allegations are, because they are, again, at the end of the day, just allegations. But I think that Deck Nine needs to have accountability and say that we are dealing with this as a studio. It's an internal matter. We will address this, etc. Give a bit of clarity, if anything. It's a studio reputation, because this will forever taint Deck Nine otherwise. Like, for me personally speaking, again, spoke to a lot of developers there. They've given me a lot of time there. They've been really lovely to me. They've never said anything bad. People have like supported my journey in certain coverage of Life is Strange. But you need to basically like address this head on, because otherwise I think that this will start seeping in. I think that you've kind of got good marketing with Max being back and like this Life is Strange and the way it's set up, but ultimately that is something that I want to see addressed, at least in some capacity, and I want a journalist at least to challenge them in an interview, at least in some capacity, because there will be interviews with these devs. There'll be interviews with the Deck Nine studio. There'll be interviews with people from Square Enix. This needs to be addressed, and I'm fine with sacrificing my Alex Chen coat jacket from Square Enix to bring you authentic content, because I think that that's what me and Adam always pride ourselves with this channel. We don't have a big following, we don't have a massive publicity, but we have integrity, and no one will ever call us out on that.
Well, my integrity will fly out the window for a vinyl.
No, it won't. You're not getting a vinyl for anything. Oh. If you sell me out for a vinyl, I swear to God, I will be furious about that. We can wrap this up very shortly. I'm going to quickly just check one couple messages. So, Jasmine, Cassandra Shepherd, thank you for joining us. You put, is Chloe returning too? We don't know yet. We've had someone tweet out, I believe it's her partner in time, tweeted at Square Enix, and they were teasing, saying you'll have to wait and see. I imagine you probably will in flashbacks. I'm considering it's flashbacks and dream sequences.
I expect we're going to get the answer of that on June 13th.
That would be quite interesting if they did that. That'd be. So. I don't think we'll see Chloe until the game comes out. Personally speaking, I'm going to put my thing out there. Yolks put, from a business perspective, it's already been dealt with. Dude bro is gone. Again, there's,
it's not
I think,
just
like,
Dude Bro though. It was Square Enix London that was doing the bullying.
Yeah, and then also as well, like there was allegations about Nazi imagery in Life is Strange games, and also even the conversation where they're saying like Square Enix doesn't consider Life is Strange to be an LGBTQ plus game, and it's like, they don't. I can't remember the exact term it was quite wild when they were saying it. So I think there's still something that needs to be at least spoken about. I don't think you can just brush aside it, if anything. So Jasmine said again, but the game is a sequel to All Life is Strange. Again, we'll find more out, I imagine, where we get to that. Fuzzport, so Fuzz is gone. Thank you for joining us anyway. But I'm very excited about the news. Going to spend the next few days watching theories and reactions. I've got an exam tomorrow, so I'm going to start studying. Thank you for the emergency stream. I really need this. Thank you for joining us as well. Just to let you know that. Jay's put here, they didn't want it to see as a gay game. That's what, where it said, quote unquote, the gay game allegedly. Yeah. Life is Strange is 100% queer representation. Yeah, Jace, it obviously is. It's 100% like that. That's always been Life is Strange. Like, it's just mad. It's mad not to say it otherwise. It's just weird, like, not to identify yourself as a game like that.
To all WTF, do we know the setting geographically? We do not know officially. But
North Dakota.
it will be North Dakota. For sure.
No, we don't know about that. So Jasmine, I see. Well, I'm happy about this new game. Been waiting for a new one. Yeah, I hope everyone's happy. No matter what you feel about it and what's happened, still, I imagine there's a lot of excitement for it, and it gives Life is Strange fans a lot, considering what's happened in the last couple of years. Don't know, go into its own direction. Everything else that's happened in between it, and even the allegations. It's still, I imagine it's very exciting. It's probably exciting for Hannah Telle as well. Adam, before we wrap up, let me just quickly double check if Hannah Telle has put anything out here, just to confirm, and then otherwise we will wrap up. And obviously, guys, stay tuned to the channel, stay tuned to the content. You'll keep it. And if you are still here as well, please do just drop us a like as well. It helps support the channel, and we've got 31 likes. So thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Thanks to everyone who supports StrangeCast. It's always appreciated. We have 191 followers on Spotify. It blows my mind every time I see it. And by the way, as well, Adam, before we go, not the Milky Bar Kid, addressing the StrangeCast episode last when we did it, where they realized that I had uploaded the wrong RSS feed episode. Not the Milky Bar Kid, the person that you called out. I looked at the comments of that last StrangeCast episode. I was like, okay, I'm going to respond to you. And then I saw, and an FYI, I closed my page. I was like, hang on a minute, going back to it. And not Milky Bar Kid's like, I tried to access this on Pocket Cast on Android. The episode was the wrong one. And I was like, nah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, nah, not the Milky Bar. I was like, no, this must be you. Went on it. I was like, no. I was like, 71 episodes. I was watching it last night because I was like, the views are going up quite nicely on YouTube here. And I was like, oh my God. I had to like rapidly on RSS feeds set it over. I was like, oh my God. It's like, this has to be done. Right. Hannah Telle hasn't responded, so we haven't seen anything else of it. Just going to run off these last few comments, and then Adam will call it a day, because obviously we've been here for a while. And thank you again to everyone who's joined us. So let me quickly have a look here. So to all of WTF, they stole your theory for Lost Records' setting. Yep.
Pennsylvania.
You never know.
Yeah.
I hope every developer just keeps dodging Pennsylvania just to annoy you. So we've got I'm not a cat, real estate corky. We know one thing: someone has died. Yeah. Jace.
Confirm that.
Jace, Chloe is not only a good gay woman rep, she's low-key a rep for trans women. To a lot of trans women relate to Chloe. Crazy not to call it queer. I agree with you, and I like that the fact that Life is Strange does give
June
people
to everybody here. Happy LGBTQ plus community month. So
indeed, be who you are, be who you want to be, and ignore anyone else with it. Be who you want to be, and check out Tell Me Why It's free for Pride Month. It's very important for people to like live their life the way they want to be. So I hope you all have a good life, no matter whatever people say to you. Be who you want to be. Matt Thornton, whether or not Chloe is in the game, I'm certain there will be a mention or acknowledgement. Agreed. Her partner in time, what a wonderful day. Proximus says a voice. I don't get that reference, Adam.
I've also noticed that nobody in chat has gotten me more popcorn. I'm fresh out.
Boo him, guys. Boo him. Put it in there.
You failed me, chat. I have no more popcorn.
So I think we will call it a day here. So
I gotta get more popcorn.
Yeah, Adam's got to get popcorn. So basically, stay tuned. I will speak to Adam. We'll see if we can try and do Lost Records Journal in between. I don't know. See, there we go. There are my people there. We'll do it in the Discord chat when we set it up. Right, so guys, thank you for joining us. Again, we've never had a stream like this before, and I'll try and upload a version that's on the video where it's like our proper good quality version, like a StrangeCast episode. And I'll put it on RSS feeds for the people who haven't joined us on the live stream. But again, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. It's nice to have had this as well. And also the people, like 60 people turned up for this. Is just wild to even think about it. Stay tuned. I imagine later this week, I'll probably do a reaction video to what we learned at the stream. I just need to find time and space to get it done. And then obviously the big episode of StrangeCast will come out in 2 weeks' time, where me and Adam will obviously break down a lot of things to talk about on there. So do stay tuned for that. But again, thank you so much for joining us. We'll cut the stream here. Again, one more time, if you haven't liked the video, please do. And also subscribe and share with your friends. It helps support the channel, helps keep up to date the channel, especially with the fact that we have Life is Strange and Lost Records coming this year. So do stay tuned for that. So do check it out. And big shout out for Adam for sorting the thumbnail out, because it's better than anything I could ever do as well. So it's perfectly encapsulates StrangeCast. Guys, take care. I hope you all have a good time. See you later. Bye.